hitter for USC, having to battle injuries 2 straight years. She's finally healthy, and boy, what a boost that has been to USC. Bit of a different starting lineup, but right there in the middle, number 91, Mia Tuaninga. She has been having a fantastic senior season as a setter.
She really has taken command of this offense.
For Oregon, they've got some high flyers. Mimi Collier, number 15, really good out of the back, and they are an explosive offense that moves with a high tempo. And our starting lineups powered by unleaded 88 engine, smart, earth kind. As we get you ready to go with first serve from here in Eugene, a top 20 matchup. And recently it has been Oregon that has gotten the upper hand against SC. They have won 7 of the last 10 matchups. And we are underway. Out of the back, that is the lefty Glover for Oregon. And Oregon first to score as that one sails out. So back to serve for Oregon, Mackenzie Morris, the 5th-year senior out of Frisco, Texas. Just the free ball here early, and then a pretty pancake up. No, hits the deck. USC on the board. These teams know each other so well. 6 of the last 8 matches have gone to 5 sets. Oregon has won all 6 of them. It has been competitive. And one of the best servers, a lot of velocity from Tuaninga, but Oregon handles it.
Well, I know Oregon's happy to get out of that rotation because Tuaninga can really go off with her powerful jump serve and do some damage, but a nice pass here sets this up. Perfect set for Oregon in the middle.
So Daly McLennan, the senior local product out of Canby, Oregon. And the block up, but out of bounds. Last touch by Ofebu. Matt Ulmer in his 8th season in charge of the Oregon Ducks in 7 seasons at Oregon. 3 Elite Eights, and they've been in the NCAA tournament 6 of those 7 seasons.
And he has done an excellent job here at this program, building, getting back-to-back Elite Eights, and he just wants more, trying to make those adjustments every year to get them to that Final Four.
On the slide, Oni Ofebu, the redshirt senior transfer from UC Irvine, having a nice start to her season at Oregon.
And another 3-pass, as we call it, meaning you can set that one anywhere when you pass like that.
System, and Oregon with the block, something they do very well.
Something they do very well, and one of the few teams that's doing a triple block here, and that's something we're going to see tonight. And as we mentioned, USC has a lot of weapons, and Oregon knows they need to stop them early on in this match.
Falmoina on the outside is the one trying to work through the triple block. Brad Keller, the head coach for SC in his 5th year, 74-50 overall. His first ranked win of this season Saturday versus number 12 Minnesota. They have 3 losses this season, all 3 to ranked opponents. Looking for the first ranked win on the road as that one is stuffed. The setter Klein couldn't get it over the big block of SC. Leah Ford at 6'4", the redshirt freshman. An imposing presence at the net for SC. From the back, tipped over by Collier. A beautiful dig by the Oregon defense. That was McLennan, and it leads to an Oregon point.
And that is all because of a lot of plays there by Mackenzie Morris just flying in on the defense here across the court. Look at that layout there for McClellan. One-handed dig, keeping it alive, and this is why Oregon is so good, giving themselves those opportunities in transition.
McClellan, the captain, laying out for that one to keep the play alive. There she is with a nice pass to set up Owabete. And now back to Owabete, and this one she hammers.
Well, that set even looked like it was going a little bit tight from our angle, but wow, she is a high flyer. Michelle Owabete going up there and just taking charge.
She is listed at 5'10", but she's got some serious hops hanging in the air there. The transfer from UCSB. A welcome addition to Oregon. They set her again. But SC's block with the touch. And now the free ball. Menenga wide. Nice rally here. Kobe Neal getting a hand on that. Rally extended the block and punched up and over by Faumuina. And Kobe Neal, the middle, able to end the play.
What a rally, back and forth, scrappy play here from the Trojans and the Ducks. A lot of pinging around on that ball, keeping it alive, but Neal has it one-on-one there against the USC block and puts it away.
So Oregon extending their lead to 3 now early on their home floor. SC with the answer.
And right now USC has Batenhorst there in the back row, so they've got 3 attackers in front in that last rotation, and her and Batenhorst in the back. So keep an eye on USC using Batenhorst on that pipe middle back attack.
That's Jaden Livings, a freshman out of Dallas, Texas, oozing with potential and gets the ace.
A nice flat serve, and that ball is just dying as it crosses over the net. Just not a quick enough movement up to keep that one alive.
That's just her 5th ace of the season, and she gets back-to-back aces. So Jaden Livings tying things up here early in Matt Knight Arena. And coming off a fantastic performance, 13 kills. She hit 500.
I have to say, she played very well against my old Gophers there.
Another beautiful serve. 3 aces in a row by the freshman, Jaden Livings, and Matt Ulmer. And looking on, needing some adjustments.
Right now going cross court on her serve. Started in area 1 over here on her side, and just beautiful serve over the net.
And sails that one long, but that's why you just never know what's going to happen. Jaden Livings with 4 aces total on the season, and then rips up 3 in a row.
Well, USC knows that Oregon is a top team. Look, they're number 11 in the country. They have to bring some heat from the service line if they want to have a chance here tonight.
Out of the back, touches line, well done. Oh, but the net violation. But SC will have it.
Look at that flying from the back row. Looks like Neal maybe in the net a little on that block.
So Batenhorst won't get credit for the kill. Floating again up at the net. Owabete, and now Collier out of the back. The block cover. Glover. Batenhorst. And another extended rally killed by the USC block.
Well, USC doing a nice job. That set out of system. And I like that set has good height, but a little bit inside. So Leah Ford able to close that one. Look at this solid block. And look, Tuaninga, not the tallest player out here, not the tallest setter, but she plays a lot taller than she is and puts up a solid block.
Quick set and kill hold by Colby Neal.
Colby
Colby Neal's been active early.
Yeah, she's doing a nice job here for Oregon. One of those stability players that they can always count on, Coach said. Just knows the expectations, what they want to do with this program. Has been a good leader.
Chuaninga all the way out to Batenhorst. And now Glover, the southpaw, ends the play.
Take a look, Glover getting off the net. That's the hard work, giving that space for your setter to give you a set and be able to adjust to it, tagging the angle.
Batenhorst, too strong.
Batenhorst is just has an elite feel for the game. She is the real deal. Double-digit kills so far this season in every match. Look at that quick tempo out. She really has elevated her game.
Yeah, the pass to kill, her coach Brad Keller talking about how he's been impressed with that as she continues to work as a 6th rotation player. Started her career at Nebraska and finishing it at USC. But she has become the focal point of the USC offense. Nice dig by Ford. Batenhorst again. Now Collier pushing that one to the end line for the kill.
And that is a smart play. Mimi Collier, look, she's a junior. She's been out on this court since freshman year. She knows what it takes. We know she can bring the heat, but this is just smart. That back corner over Living's head, wide open, and she finds it.
Collier's 6'3" and can get up and over the block. Quick set, swiping it off for the kill. That is Tyra Ariel, the redshirt junior middle out of Plano, Texas. Just really, the story has torn her ACL twice and has worked her tail off to get back here to be part of one of the best teams in the nation. And Chuaninga into the net. Preseason all Big Ten setter. She is 4th all-time in career assists at USC. Just an absolute gym rat baller. Family obsessed with volleyball. Her mom and dad met playing open volleyball.
And DJ.
Her family's destiny to play volleyball.
And the musical DJ for USC. Oregon missed that one in the net. Like the idea, though, trying to go short and disrupt USC's offense there in front of the 10-foot line.
To Collier, heavy ball put down.
Well, and you could see Kristen Klein, the setter there for Oregon, after just looking at her like, yeah, girl, that's right. Beautiful pass to set this one up. Good tempo outside. And Collier again finding that area one as she did before with the soft tip, now cranking it.
Livings, no touch, missed that one. That one sailed on her over to the Oregon portion of the bench. So Collier, who's been working on an adjustment to her serve, and SC in system smacks that one to tie this up at 14 all. The recent history of these two teams has been down to the wire, and Oregon has been able to escape time and time again. And SC with the service error, and Oregon takes the 15-14 lead here on their home floor in this top 20 matchup, set one.
Crunchy. Ooh.
Tasty.
Oh.
Sweet or savory.
Here in the Pacific Northwest. And this has been back and forth action here in set one. Owabete coming up big for the Ducks.
And back and forth is right. However, USC right now, 2 of the hitters hitting negative, Faumuina and Livings, which have been coming up big, but Oregon's block is doing the work.
They put a triple block on Faumuina early. That time they go middle and Ford gets the kill.
And when USC passes well, they're able to run those middles, get things going, and that'll open up those outside pin hitters, maybe to not have 3 against them at times, but give them some more one-on-one opportunities. You can see how high Ford is over the block, just tagging the line.
Flips the tape. Good adjustment there. Owabete with the attempt. And now Collier out of the back hits the scoreboard up above. And now the joust hits the antenna. And so out of bounds against Oregon. A flurry of activity on that play. And SC with 2 straight points to tie things up.
Well, and you might think that was a tight set ahead, but you know what? I've been talking to head coach Brad Keller about this. Why are you setting it so tight and out of system? But he says the percentages are a lot higher.
USC's been pretty aggressive with their serve. Something they were looking to do, and sent to the floor for another SC point. Ford has been active early in the middle for the Trojans. She's got a couple of kills on 3 swings, hitting .667 here in set 1. This is Livings, who's moved over to the left side and is very comfortable there. Klein on 2. Nice left hand stab at that dig, and paying off. Owabete comes through.
And Mackenzie Morris here with a 1-arm dig, lifting it up, giving some height there to her setter Klein, which is able to get this fast tempo out. And what a crush that was from Owabete.
Morris, 5th-year senior, transfer out of Kansas State. And that Ulmer talked about, she's just getting better and better as she learns Oregon's defense, a change in system for her. She led Kansas State in digs and led the Big 12 last year with 4.82 digs per set. Impressive numbers. Oh, just over the top of the net. The short serve handled, though. The left hand stab. 2 players in the area for Oregon, and a nice dig. And up there by Trubin, the libero for SC.
And what a beautiful roll shot from Faumuina. Thinks she's going up and going to crush it from what we know, but a nice off-speed angle. And wow, that is a nice job beating that Oregon block with 3 up nonetheless.
So the triple block. You know that right now Oregon trying to take Faumuina out of the game. We've seen multiple times where they've gone up with the triple block whenever the set heads her way, and the redshirt sophomore will rotate out. Out of the back, Collier. Come on the left side, out of the back. She changes angles, makes it really tough on a defense. Brad Keller saying that's a key, is to try to slow down that back attack from Collier.
Oh yeah, I think you said it several times to us, but you really do need to try to slow her down. Look at her coming in towards area 1 there and just thumb down opposite direction.
That is a tough cover for the blockers. Klein going back to Glover, and a pretty one-hand stab up from Gosnell. Collier on the left now. And that one sent out of bounds. So Batenhorst couldn't get solid contact, and Oregon will take the point, and they're first to 20.
Yeah, I like that tempo set a little bit more inside for Batenhorst.
So Oregon leading 20-18. It's been back and forth here in set 1.
Marathon knows that fans are the true co-pilot of any team.
Aaron Virtue, head coach, doing an excellent job there, so I expect them to get some big wins.
Well, one of those teams that knows all about Michigan, USC, they dropped 2 sets in a row to Michigan and then had the reverse sweep barely. And you look at the Big Ten, 8 ranked teams, as you mentioned, Nicole. Impressive, the most of any of the conferences.
Well, it's hard to go any night not playing a ranked team in the Big Ten, that's for sure, but you've got to bring your A game no matter who you're playing.
It'll be interesting how many Big Ten teams make it into the NCAA tournament, and these coaches talking about that every single match is like an NCAA tournament game, and the vibe and the electricity has been outstanding to start.
Well,
so a timeout here as Oregon has extended their lead to 4 and looking to close out set 1 with a victory.
you know, playing that competition night after night really does just improve your level as a team, seeing what are teams doing, what do we need to get better at. So staying healthy is a big thing. Also mentally tough throughout the season. It's a long season, and when you're having to battle and bring it every night, it can get tiring, but these athletes are doing it, practicing, working as sports psychologists, you name it.
So the Big Ten Weekly Awards, so many stars in this conference. Great teams, great individuals, and here's 5 of them coming off a great week. Who stands out to you, Nicole?
Well, Jess Merzick was lights out the other night against Oregon. I mean, they were trying to put up their triple block, but she wasn't having any part of it. I just really impressed with the heat, the high hands, really doing well. And Charlie Furbringer right there, freshman setter coming into Wisconsin, Manhattan Beach.
You know a thing or two about Furbringer.
Big volleyball players. Matt Furbringer, her dad and I, playing on the AVP together, but yeah, doing a nice job. And as we can see here with Oregon's Kristen Klein, not easy for a freshman to come out and command an offense of these top-ranked teams, but doing it well.
Oregon, an entirely different team than last year's team that made it to the Elite 8. Matt Ulmer has guided this program to back-to-back Elite 8 appearances. They lost 6 of their 7 starters, and yet here they are ranked 11th in the nation. And you mentioned their freshman setter. She spent last year here watching behind Hannah Pukas and learned, and now as a redshirt freshman, Kristen Klein, the 5'11" redshirt freshman out of North Carolina, all the way here to Eugene, Oregon, has been doing a nice job. There she is right there, getting to Collier for the kill.
Well, Collier's going back to that Area 1, as I've said a couple times, and she's having a lot of success. USC needs to make a little bit of an adjustment there on defense because they're not getting a hand on it. And hey, she's going to keep going there if they're not digging it.
Yeah, they have a connection, and Oregon hitting 286, knocking on the door of a set 1 win. SC scrambling. The joust won by Oregon. And now 1 point away from that set 1 win. Oregon, as I was mentioning, hitting 286 here in set 1. SC just 071. Gets it blocked back, and Oregon gets to 25 first here in the first set, and they take the 1-0 lead on their home floor. The Oregon Ducks led the Pac-12 in attendance last year, and now in the Big Ten, wanted to make some noise against SC. They certainly did so on the court. Oregon with a 1-0 lead here in Eugene. They're getting swept by Penn State on the road. A beautiful pancake up there by the libero Trubin. Collier off the block, tools it for the Oregon point and her 6th kill.
A nice pancake up here for USC, keeping it alive, but again, out of system. So a free ball for Oregon, and what do? They capitalize. Fast tempo out. Mimi Collier using the block.
Gala Trubin, the SC libero, started today just 12 digs away from 1,000. She's already got 4, so some history for SC potentially in this matchup. There's only been 19 players in the history of USC volleyball that have racked up 1,000 digs. And for Trubant, the libero, she is knocking on the door. And a challenge on the floor early here in set 2.
So right here, coach, pulled the hands down. You know what? That is, that is a good move. And, you know, not indoor people did that to me before, but definitely on the beach. And you don't like that one. But
I mean, that is
Living's trying to go for it.
The rope-a-dope, trying to swipe it off the block. And Klein, so smart. That's a veteran move for the freshman.
And her eyes open on the block. You know, some people close them when they go up there and block it, but no, she saw this one, and wow, that's impressive.
That is an amazing reaction. Now, does the ball clip her at all right when she's moving her hands down? Right there. I think she gets the hands down in time.
Yeah, I think so.
I just think that from the angle, our official, Kaylee Kimura, that's a tough angle to see from up top, whether or not it clips her. And that's a deke.
Yeah.
Deked out.
That's why you go get the manicure before, cut the nails shorter, you know, no part.
That is so true. You cannot have long nails.
And right here with the challenge here, coaches have 2 challenges. So if it goes in their favor, they keep the challenge. And if it doesn't go in their favor, then they would lose the challenge. So have 1 remaining for Oregon, but we will see what the decision is. They have to be 100% certain in order.
I like this. It's something that in the recent history, we have the review and able to go there and get the call right. Do you like the fact that there's 2?
Yeah, I mean,
challenge
the
was
game
touch
is just
on
every year.
Oregon. We're going to reverse the call. No touch, out of bounds, point Oregon.
So what a play. What a play by Kristen Klein, a redshirt freshman, using her brains on that one. She likes it.
She's happy. Yeah, this was just a smart play. And, you know, on that set, it's tight. That's really all that Livings of USC could do. Oh, yeah. I don't know if there's a stat for challenges won, but there's a good celebration.
And Livings with a big hammer, just trying to get going. Very quiet in set 1. Did not have a kill on 5 swings. So now 1 kill on 6 attempts, but she's a high flyer that can get hot in a hurry. Service error by Batenhorst, a 6'5" grad student from Houston, Texas. And as we mentioned, played for Nebraska for the early portion of her career. Now the back set to Livings, handled by Oregon. And the joust won at the net by Ofebu.
And right now, you know, Oregon just a little bit cleaner right now in their play. USC, a couple errors like that dig, going over tight. You got to keep that on your side, so they need to clean up those touches.
Oregon, after winning set 1 and jumping out to the 4-1 lead, the service error given the point and the side out to SC.
And, you know, that's an area Oregon coach Matt Ulmer said is, look, we're not a high-risk serving team, but we're working on it. We're trying to get better, knowing that the teams are so good. You've got to bring some heat, but they are consistent.
That one out and no touch. What there might be is it was Owabete rising high above the defense, even though she's just 5'10". No touch though, so SC now within a point. And that one sails long.
So back-to-back service errors there for USC. And again, they have the top block here in the conference. So you know what? You got to give yourself a chance to get it into play and get some defense going for you. Doesn't mean just lob it over easy, but keep it in and give yourself a chance.
Now onto the floor for the Ducks, Maya de los Reyes, the junior. DS. Ooh, that was a high-level kill.
And that's what Livings is capable of right now. Again, kind of digging out here of a negative hitting, but they need her to get going. And that's a nice tempo set from the back, wide open through the Oregon block. And when you're running those fast tempos, that's exactly what can happen.
Pass to kill, well done all the way around from Livings. Dumped over by Klein. Ford, too strong. That one is wide, and another hitting error by SC. You feel like with SC right now, they just have not found that rhythm. They were absolutely on fire against Minnesota and knocking off the 12th ranked Gophers, and just have yet to get into that comfortable stride that we have seen. And give credit to Oregon. They put up that triple block early, and SC has really yet to react. And another block put up by the Oregon defense.
Yeah, I think, you know, going up against a triple block, not what they see every single time. This one here, again, what I mentioned, that kind of soft set over trying to tool it. But I think it goes off her head a little bit to help her. Keep that one in.
Hey, use your head, Glover. She did. Big hammer dug out. A nice defensive play again by the Ducks. And a block set. Oregon's defense is dominating at the net right now. They just cannot get Faumuina going.
We'll take a look at this one, and I jumped out of my seat a little bit at the thump of this ball. Faumuina bringing the heat.
And that one on the other side of the net, blocked but down on Oregon's side. So she'll take it. Just barely over on the free ball, now out wide. And too hot to handle.
Well, in that angle going down, USC's defense a little bit shallow on these hard angle hits, and they're just kind of pinging off of them outside of their body. And these are some hard attacks.
Batenhorst avoiding the block and sending it all the way back on the off speed to the baseline. And maybe that's what will get SC going.
Well, I like that shot. Again, quick tempo, but didn't quite have the arm cocked back, ready for the hard hit, and made a smart roll shot to area one.
With the hitting barrage by the Ducks, and they lead 9-6.
Well, the Ducks with 3 attackers up in the front row, so Ariel there of USC middle blocker has to hold a little bit longer on the middle, not able to get there in time to get some hands up.
Noemi Glover, the 6'2" sophomore. Block there again, and swiped off the block. Smart play by Allie Batenhorst. But you can see right now that that block is certainly getting to SC. They're having to work their way through of how they're going to score against it.
And, you know, they can. As I talked to head coach Brad Keller this week, went to one of their practices to watch, and he said they have a saying that CUS, calm under stress. So I'd say that's right now needs to come into effect.
Oh, the net helping out Mimi Collier. She hasn't needed a lot of help. She's got 7 kills now for the Ducks. So McLennan McClellan, excuse me. Really good server. 28 aces last year for the Ducks. And that one was crushed. Jaden Livings, when she hangs up in the air, she can do serious damage. Her coach, Brad Keller, saying that when it's all said and done, he thinks that she's got the ability to be one of the best hitters in the nation.
Yes, absolutely. She definitely does.
Collier, heavy ball sent down to the wood.
Well, Mimi Collier, we know she has a big arm, but she has also improved her shot selection this year. This one bringing the Heat one-on-one. You can see Livings of SC trying to get a little bit of angle in there, but just not enough.
Nice pass, middle, and dug beautifully by Morris. Good hustle by Batenhorst to track that one down. Oh, hanging and firing. And out of bounds by Oabete. So SC hanging around, down by 2, have yet to go on a run.
Huge block right there for USC. Famuina solo coming up in the angle, pressing, and here's what USC can do. They just need a couple plays to get that momentum on their side. They are a dangerous team.
Oh, Collier, long, but that had some heat on it. Too much heat, and SC says new ball game here, tied it up at 11.
Yeah, and that's one thing SC, look, they're good at this. In my opinion, from what I've seen this year, they're down, some of the offense not going their way, hitters in the negative, but it's 1 point at a time, taking it easy and just knowing that the game will come. And that's that calm under stress that head coach Brad Keller talks about.
So a challenge of whether or not Collier had too much on the swing. It had heat, we know that. Yeah, you mentioned SC. They certainly are not a team that, as you see right there, green, but right there, I think that ball presses down and hits white. What do you see?
Well, we know what the fans are seeing with oohing and ahhing, but that is a tough one. Looks like...
Depends on where you stop
yeah, right there. Looks like it would be down and just tagging. It just needs a little hair of the line.
I still think that looks out. I think there's green. Now, the ball does press down. That's a tough one. Remember that you've got to overturn it with evidence. So is it down right there? If so, if that is touching, then that is in.
You can see Tuaninga there trying to dodge it, get out of the way.
Boy, that thing had so much heat on it. It just skips across like a rock on a lake.
The result is ball in. Oregon wins the point and retains their challenge.
So that call overturned. So a good challenge by Matt Ulmer.
And, you know, Collier from the back row, that is an area that USC knows that they had to really slow down. But she hit that area one again. We've seen it from the front row and now from the back row. She just keeps attacking it. They've got to get some hands up, USC, and try to get those stops.
She's packing some serious velocity on that, so much so that the naked eye was hard to tell if that was in or out. And even on replay, it's hard to tell if it's in or out. That's when you know you can turn up the speedometer on that one. And net violation against Oregon. So SC.
Sorry about that. Livings at the back, and as we saw from set one, rattled 3 aces off. She's got a tough serve, and keep an eye now of her in the back row. She has a powerful attack as well.
She's got such a good arm and swing. You know it's only a matter of time before she settles in on the serve. No touch, SC will take it. And again, we are tied here in set number 2. Oregon took set number 1, finished with a 7-0 run to close the set. And now Madison Peach onto the floor for SC, the 6'2" redshirt sophomore.
Coming in to get a block here on the opposite with the outsides.
The angle. Mimi Collier, she's been in the front, in the back. It feels like she's all over the place.
And she does a nice job taking a step to the ball, keeping it in front of her. And again, that's one area of her game, not just the heat of cranking it every single time, but really working in those roll shots, the softer hits to her game has been huge.
Tuanenga getting a shot, and now SC just couldn't handle it. A little bit messy on that play, and so Oregon bounces out again to a 2-point lead. Glover, no touch, that is long. Oregon was very clean in set number 1. They hit over 260 in set 1, hitting 136 here in set 2. SC is out hitting the Ducks despite trailing by 1.
Original decision was out of bounds, point USC. Oregon is challenging a touch on the play.
So we've had a lot of challenges here early in this match. This is our 3rd challenge. From the naked eye, I don't see a touch. I don't see the fingers moving.
Fingers moving, yeah. You can see Glover comes down with the touch signal, thinking she got a little piece or maybe heard something, but don't see any fingers. You see kind of those top fingers bending back a little bit.
She's got such a unique approach. Maybe because she's a lefty. Yeah, I think this call will stand as no touch. Maybe, right? Does it clip that little pinky?
Looks like it's going over the middle fingers instead, but
yeah, I don't see any fingers move. That looks clean. And we're talking about fraction of inches here for our officiating crew. With the naked eye, it's tough.
I know you bring binoculars to soccer, but do you need those for this?
I know, right?
Too?
I think a couple of times. Glasses, binoculars, I need all kinds of help, Nicole.
We've already moved into Hoka's, you and I, so, you know. Having a tough time here deciding as they want to make sure they get the right call. We know the refs are all out here working hard, and again, this game tempo is so much faster.
Well, these two teams, we mentioned it if you are just joining us, know each other extremely well. At the beginning of this series history, it was all USC, but recent history, Oregon has had the best over SC. They've won 7 of the last 8. USC won in 2022 in 4 sets, but how about that? 6 of the last 8 matches went to 5. Oregon has won all 6. I mean, if you're playing the odds in Vegas, that's not good odds.
No, I mean, and these coaches know each other so well. Both staffs here, they do, and you know, when we were here this morning at Pass and Serve, they were just hugging, like just so good to see. It was almost like family, just seeing each other.
Yeah, definitely mutual respect. And you know, we're talking about these two coaching staffs. I know Spencer McLaughlin not here as part of the coaching staff with SC because he's got something else cooking.
He does, and Brad Keller came in right away and said, oh, we miss Spence. And He's at home as he and his wife are expecting baby number 3 on the way. So
Any minute.
Any minute now.
Could be happening right now.
It could be, but I know they're tuning in tonight, cheering on their squad. And I'm sorry I'm not available for the emergency
Call is
call
confirmed.
tonight. That's right,
No
I am.
touch. Oregon will lose their challenge.
So Ulmer losing the challenge. Took a while to find the right angle for our officials, but that was the right call from the angles we were given. So USC has just been hanging around. You feel like they haven't really found that rhythm, but they are right here knocking on the door, trailing by 1. Short serve handled, and then the block by Ford puts it right back. Knotted at 14.
Love that serve. Oregon's been doing it to USC, so hey, let's do it right back at them. Disrupt the offense, setting up their powerful block that we know they have, and that created that point.
Snell doesn't handle it cleanly, but SC able to push it over. Glover right behind the 10-foot line with a crusher. And Oregon just continues to find the floor. Their offense has been high-powered here. They won set 1 and they lead in set 2.
Prime Big Deal Days is here. With exclusive savings just
The rivalry between the Trojans and the Bruins. It will be hot and heated on Sunday. You better believe it. Oregon will take on their rival, Washington, this weekend as well. So some good Big Ten volleyball action. And out of the timeout, SC able to tie it up. They have not led in set number 2.
And that is what they needed, an ace. After that huge block and joust by Tuaninga at the net, firing the Trojans up, and Verbees going back, tagging that deep corner. And of course, Mimi Collier is front row, so what is SC gonna do? They're gonna try to serve her to keep her out of the offense.
The first SC lead off the ace from Verbeest. And Oregon comes back with the side out. That's Glover. Glover has been very active. 4 kills on the night for Glover. Number 2 behind the 10 kills for Mimi Collier. Already double digits for Collier. Batenhorst just flipping it over the top of the block, and now getting her hands on that one. Batenhorst off the top of the hands of the Ducks block.
I like that one. We saw in set 1 a little bit wide for Batenhorst when she was inside, hit it out of bounds. But this one, nice adjustment to attack the high hands of Mimi Collier to keep that one in for SC.
Oregon has put that triple block up. The service error, Mia Tuaninga. That electric serve, but that one into the net.
She does, if they could get that going. But I love her leadership on the court. After those last couple points, she went to Batenhorst and was like, eye contact, like keeping the team together, connected, no matter what. And here tied up at 17 all.
That was well done in system as Collier and Batenhorst exchange a smile and some pleasantries after they collided. Everybody okay? Good sportsmanship between the two to make sure everybody's okay.
Nice low tempo back to Batenhorst, trying to get her going and scoring the points. And whoops, I'm sorry. Good
up by Oregon's defense. flipped over the top by Famuina. And Oregon doesn't flip it, they crush it.
Amy Collier up to 11 kills. And as I told you, Elise, earlier, she struggled against Penn State the other night and wondering how is she going to bounce back? Well, here's a good answer. 11 kills, 0 errors, hitting .550.
Out of the back. Tough. Batenhorst proving her power on that swing. And she's starting to come alive now. She's got 8 kills to lead SC. Clips the tape. Oregon handles it. There's Batenhorst with a nice up. And a little campfire there. Pretty tip from Famuina, and she finds the floor.
Usually we're seeing the big hard crush from her, but a smart shot just right behind that double block, finding the open court. That's one thing Brad Keller said is, look, she can come up, make the extreme play every single time. What we're working on is making that smart play. And that was just it right there.
She's coming off back-to-back matches with double-digit kills. And her and Jaden Livings have switched sides, which has seemed to have propelled both of them to some big numbers.
It has. They were hitting better numbers on their opposite side. So, wow, look at that one.
Well, that is how you draw it up. The big kill from Oni Ofebu out of the middle.
Look at this one. She is, I mean, Coach Ulmer told us 10 foot 11 inches is what she touches. And I'm telling you right now, that is up and over almost every block in the country.
If the basketball hoop is 10 feet and she goes 10-11, I don't see her in a dunk contest, but SC coming right back to build a 2-point lead.
And Allie Batenhorst, as you mentioned, transfer from Nebraska, 3-rotation player, now here at USC. This is why they're keeping her on the court in all 6 rows, because of this beautiful back row attack she has on the Bic.
She's heating up now. 9 kills for Batenhorst. Too strong, no touch. SC with a little run, and they now lead by 3. It took them a while to get the motor running here on the road, but now SC is cruising 22-19. They lead.
Look at that Wendy's breakfast burrito. Fresh cracked eggs, said.
Her mom went to Nebraska, and her dad played basketball and ran track at Nebraska Wesleyan, so some Nebraska ties for Batenhorst, but wanted to come out west and finish her career in Cali. And now Klein, the redshirt freshman, back to serve for the Ducks. They got to make a move here as SC leads by 2, and they do.
Right now, USC mostly in front of the setter. Favor on Yamwu, not in, is mainly the slide setter for USC, and the rest of the middle's mainly in front. So this is where you keep an eye on that back row attack that they can use.
Well, we saw Oregon end set 1 on a 7-0 run. They closed on a 9-1 run overall, and they were able to hit at a high percentage in set 1, over 300, while SC struggled, hitting 047 as the Ducks cruised. It is flip-flopped. Now it is SC hitting 267 in set number 2, while Oregon has, as you mentioned, some more errors have creeped in. Has anything jumped out to you as why SC has been able to get moving?
Well, we haven't seen a lot of the huge Kong blocks that we've talked about that these teams can do, but USC is getting better positioning on their block and taking up space. So Oregon's having to go around it, figure it out, and that's creating those errors. And right now, that's been the change in this set for USC, kind of balancing out their offense. They've brought their errors down and trying to get things going for them. And I think, like I said, they're staying connected. Tuaninga, their setter, out there leading and just trying to keep that contact and connection with her hitters as things start to warm up for them.
And Allie Batenhorst, 4 kills in the last 6 USC points. So they are feeding their leader. She is coming off a couple of performances last weekend. She had a career-high 20 kills in the win versus Michigan, the 5-setter, and then came right back 19 kills in the win versus Minnesota. And she is at 9 kills right now here in set 2. SC needs this one to avoid dropping down 0-2 on the road. Tough hole to climb out of, and they get the 2-point advantage now.
Mimi Collier in the back row, trying to attack that one to the opposite sideline. We've seen mostly area 1, that one going to area 5, missing it wide, and this is what's put SC up here. Is a few more Oregon errors and getting their SC block up there, causing some trouble.
Well, Mimi Collier has been outstanding. Just 1 error with 11 kills. That's why Oregon has been playing at a high level offensively. But SC, a couple of points away here from evening things up. Owabete dug up, and avoiding disaster there is SC. Out of the back, a hammer. Good dig all the way over, though, to Oregon. And another nice up by the defense. This long rally here. And Neal sends it to the ground for the Oregon kill, and a needed one for the Ducks.
Ogala Turbin running around as liberos do, keeping it alive. But we had another long rally in set 1, and you know who shut it down was Colby Neal, and here she goes again, getting that big point.
Oh, what a block. Big time up at the net. Power on power, and Batenhorst gets it sent right back to her. The Ducks with the surge to tie it up.
Well, right now with the middles up in front of the setter, Oregon knows, so they're able to go over and be closer to close that double block.
Glover getting most of that one on the block. Oregon there again, sending it over. Batenhorst forced to tip. And now out of the back, Oregon with some heat again.
And a time here for USC to call a timeout to stop this momentum, which has shifted from that long rally and Colby Neal's huge kill. And right now, Oregon on a roll.
Well, Red Keller mentioned that his team had to be able to defend the back row attack, and that time it was Owabete just flying through to hammer that one.
Perfect pass from Collier, and there you go. Neal right through the double block into the seam. And here we're doing a quick tempo out to Batenhorst, but Oregon is really doing a nice job on that tempo and then using all the weapons they have to get this back row attack.
Owabete just flying in the air, the 5'10" senior out of Oakland, California. She was the Big West Player of the Year last season. Just 5'10", so under-recruited out of high school. But boy, her vertical makes up for a smaller stature. You saw it on display there. Oregon on a 5-1 run to take the 1-point lead, and set point number 1 coming up for the Ducks. And coming up next, UCLA visiting top 25 Washington up in Seattle. So stay tuned for the Huskies in action against the Bruins.
And I'm thinking SC, if they raise the set to Batenhorst a little bit, might help her get that kill and over the block.
To the middle, Ford. Block is there. To Aninga. Sends it over. And the overpass back to Oregon. And the block there, Ford. Woo, big play by SC's defense.
And Ford, look at that. Nice move over, sees the back row attack, presses those hands over. And let me tell you, against Minnesota, she had a career best with 9 blocks.
Just stuck that right paw out there, the 6'4" redshirt freshman. Another high dig over to the Ducks and into the floor. Hit it where they ain't. And Oregon set point number 2 coming up.
That one felt like Neal's arm for Oregon up a little bit early, where you've got to be able to read that one and make that dig.
Quick set to the middle. Dug up, but then just couldn't get there in time. And we are tied again.
Nice deep attack and just a little miscommunication there on the side of the Ducks. And now USC has Allie Batenhorst in the front row for the last rotation here.
And that's the best server on the floor. Quick set, tooling the block, and net violation, however, on SC. And I think Brad Keller may challenge this.
You can see Ariel's actually waving him off not to do the challenge, and that's what you want from your players. You don't want to waste it, don't want to burn it.
Smart play. So set point number 3 for Oregon. Scramble. Collier dug up. Trubin was there. In the middle, and the Ducks come back to take set number 2. SC was cruising, but Oregon fighting back to finish strong. That is 2 sets in a row that the Ducks have closed to take the victory. A 7-0 run to end set 1, an 8-3 run to end set 2 when they were trailing. They had to go to extras, but the Ducks getting it done, and they take a commanding 2-0 lead here in this top 20 matchup. The Ducks lead 2-0.
Soft drinks are just $1 at Wendy's. Any size, any...
Hammer. Good dig all the way over, though, to Oregon. And another nice up by the defense. This long rally here. And Neal sends it to the ground for the Oregon kill, and a needed one for the Ducks.
Gala Turbin running around as liberos do, keeping it alive. But we had another long rally in set 1, and you know who shut it down was Colby Neal, and here she goes again, getting that big point.
Oh, what a block. Big time up at the net. Power on power, and Batenhorst gets it sent right back to her. The Ducks with the surge to tie it up.
Well, right now with the middles up in front of the setter, Oregon knows, so they're able to go over and be closer to close that double block.
Glover getting most of that one on the block. Oregon there again, sending it over. Batenhorst forced to tip. And now out of the back, Oregon with some heat again.
And a time here for USC to call a timeout to stop this momentum, which has shifted from that long rally and Colby Neal's huge kill. And right now, Oregon on a roll.
Well, Brad Keller mentioned that his team had to be able to defend the back row attack, and that time it was Owabete just flying through to hammer that one.
Perfect pass from Collier, and there you go. Neal right through the double block into the seam. And here we're doing a quick tempo out to Batenhorst, but Oregon is really doing a nice job on that tempo and then using all the weapons they have to get this back row attack.
Oh, Abete just flying in the air. The 5'10" senior out of Oakland, California. She was the Big West Player of the Year last season. Just 5'10", so under-recruited out of high school. But boy, her vertical makes up for a smaller stature. You saw it on display there. Oregon on a 5-1 run to take the 1-point lead, and set point number 1 coming up for the Ducks. And coming up next, UCLA visiting top 25 Washington up in Seattle. So stay tuned for the Huskies in action against the Bruins.
And I'm thinking SC, if they raise the set to Batenhorst a little bit, might help her get that kill and over the block.
To the middle, Ford. Block is there. Now to Aninga. Sends it over. And the overpass back to Oregon. And the block there, Ford. Woo, big play by SC's defense.
And Ford, look at that. Nice move over, sees the back row attack, presses those hands over. And let me tell you, against Minnesota, she had a career best with 9 blocks.
Just stuck that right paw out there, the 6'4" redshirt freshman. Another high dig over to the Ducks and into the floor. Hit it where they ain't. And Oregon set point number 2 coming up.
That one felt like Neal's arm for Oregon up a little bit early, where you've got to be able to read that one and make that dig.
Quick set to the middle. Dug up, but then just couldn't get there in time. And we are tied again.
Nice deep attack and just a little miscommunication there on the side of the Ducks. And now USC has Allie Batenhorst in the front row for the last rotation here.
And that's the best server on the floor. Quick set, tooling the block, and net violation, however, on SC. And I think Brad Keller may challenge this.
You can see Ariel's actually waving him off not to do the challenge, and that's what you want from your players. You don't want to waste it. You don't want to burn it.
Smart play. So set point number 3 for Oregon. Scramble. Collier dug up. Trubin was there. In the middle, and the Ducks come back to take set number 2. SC was cruising, but Oregon fighting back to finish strong. That is 2 sets in a row that the Ducks have closed to take the victory. A 7-0 run to end set 1, and an 8-3 run to end set 2 when they were trailing. They had to go to extras, but the Ducks getting it done, and they take a commanding 2-0 lead here in this top 20 matchup. The Ducks lead 2-0.
Introducing the Wendy's Krabby Patty Collab Burger. It has fresh, never frozen beef that's, wait for it, square. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
And I'm ready for the Krabby.
SC right now, 2 of their top hitters, attacker, Famuina and Livings, hitting 0. So they need to get them going. They've got to get back in this game.
That the triple block of the Ducks has certainly caused problems. That time, it's Batenhorst getting things started, just swiping it off the block for the point. And the one thing you know about USC, they're not scared about falling down 2-0. They had the reverse sweep against Michigan just last weekend. And in fact, they were down 11-5 in set 5, had a 10-1 run to win the match. But they're going to have to dig deep here on the road against number 11, Oregon. And Mimi Collier up to a dozen kills for the Ducks. Just one error. She's hitting over 400. She has been effective all over the court for the Ducks offense. Livings heat on that one and couldn't control it. Oh, Abete says, my bad, but boy, that one packed a punch.
It sure did. And they're going to need Livings here to get going on some kills. Talk about a challenge, as you mentioned, down in the 5th. Well, all 3 of those, they came back and won for the reverse sweep, but that's one thing about this team, sticking together, that eye contact, calm under stress, as Coach Brad Keller told us.
Morris has had a lot of good digs, could not catch up to that one. And SC with a 3-1 lead. So I figure just for the mental health after having a set slip through their fingers, leading 22-19 and having to come out of the locker room, and an early 3-1 lead helps some of that pain. Out of the back, Batenhorst. And Collier again, effective for Oregon. She's just been so clean. She's just working around any kind of defense that SC's trying to put up.
I was just going to use that word, clean. That's right. She's going up and really making a smart decision on her attacks. And that one, you can see the block kind of coming down, soft touch through it.
In system. And again, a hammer put down by Collier. She has been unstoppable in this match. Had a career high against SC as a freshman, 29 kills, and boy, she has just found her groove.
Well, Mackenzie Morris, Oregon's libero there, really making those digs happen to create these opportunities for Oregon.
Morris with 13 digs to lead all players. And again, another beautiful up by Morris to keep the play alive. Falmoina. Tip that one away, and Klein mishit it. Trying to go on 2 and accidentally hits that one in the net and kind of shows a little frustration. Thought she should have had that one. Klein averaging almost 10.5 assists per set. One of the best setters as a freshman in the nation. So Trubin on the verge of history. 11 digs for Gala Truman. Needs one more for 1,000 in her career. Oh, that was high level. Whew, once in a while, Livings just rises over everybody.
Yeah, and that's the consistency she brought against Minnesota. She hit over 500. And when she gets this quick tempo and that block is separated, I mean, she is just annihilating it right now. And that's from the left side. We saw it early on in this set number 3, and now from the right.
It helps when there's only one blocker in the area.
Certainly does.
Pretty set. This time, Klein goes on 2 and kind of shakes her head. She says, that's how I usually do it.
There, yeah, I saw that reaction after, like, whew, all right, got that one.
Trubin, 999 career digs, wants to join that exclusive club, just 20 in the history of USC volleyball. Has 11 total digs here today for SC. Gala's dad, Bella, a member of the Serbian national team back in 1991 and went on to coach. And now onto the floor, Megan Verbeest. EDS out of LA. Glover.
And that one just wide. SC looking for the touch, but again, some of the digs on the Trojan side, they're just not staying on their side and allowing them to run the offense that they are able to.
And Gala being credited for that dig, so she is at 1,000 career digs. So congratulations to Gala Trubin, the libero for SC.
Owabete here bringing a nice strong serve from the line. Good movement on the ball.
Owabete with 15 aces. Or excuse me, make that 13 aces for Owabete.
Allie Batenhorst there, 3 blockers, and she's got that sharp angle. She's doing a nice job with 3 up.
Collier going soft and getting results. She's pulled out a lot of different shots. The variety has caused problems for SC.
And this year, Coach said they kind of raised her set up a little bit since she's passing, giving her a little bit more time to get to that attack.
Batenhorst. But a net violation will give the point to the Ducks. Batenhorst with 11 kills. She has been in double-figure kills in every match this season. So coming over from Nebraska to make her mark at SC under the net right there. Dangerous play. As you can see, when you come, that foot lands anywhere near that line, it's very dangerous for the high flyers coming down on somebody else's foot. And you saw, I believe it was Ofebu who got caught up.
Violation. USC is challenging no net.
So Brett Myers, our referee. Ooh, yeah, you see the ankle turn for Ofebu. Makes me cringe when you see somebody's ankle move like that.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling.
She's okay.
After it happened, head coach Ulmer was checking on her, making sure, like, are you cool to stay in? And gave the thumbs up.
And the call confirmed.
Call is confirmed. Net violation on 14.
So thankfully everybody okay after the feet getting intertwined underneath. And the serve is long. So one of the best servers, Mia Tuaninga, a 5'9" setter out of Long Beach, yet to really rip one off like she is capable of. And that one long, put too much into it. Oh boy, she has racked up the aces in her career. 133 career aces, 7th all-time in program history.
21 on the season this year. But tonight, not quite getting that stride going.
Pretty in-system kill for SC. They will take it. The passing has been a little suspect at times, but that time, Ariel able to get all of it. And too much. Again, a service error for SC.
Yep, back-to-back long serves. And again, keeping it in to try to give SC a chance with their block defense.
So 10 service errors for SC, just 5 for Oregon, and that has been a big difference in this match. Good up by Morris.
And I like that Livings from SC. We've seen a lot of hard angle from her, but really love that turn down the line. And a nice change there. Seeing what was open and attacking it.
Livings, a true freshman, just learning the game at this high level. Collier. SC reacts, keeps it alive. Now on 2. SC able to hold. And tooling the block. Famuina pumps her fists together. It's been tough for her to really get going, but she picks up her 4th kill.
A good pickup here from Batenhorst on the dig, and Faumuina's power through the block. You can see a little relief there of like, all right, let's go. One at a time. And that'll certainly help serving tough. Chance here for a free ball.
Good up by Collier. Oh, that was hammered again. Off the block from Livings, and she'll take the point. So Livings has come alive. She's up to 8 kills now.
Pretty impressive inside set here, but Livings, you can see she's going angle the entire way on that one. Hard to turn that line.
And that one coming from the right side. She plays both. Oh, down line, a crusher.
Well, Oregon giving her a little sliver, and she is certainly finding it right now, giving Morris some trouble without a strong attack.
Yeah, she has come alive. 9 kills now for the true freshman. This one, woo, if you got hops like that, put them to use. Livings getting it done, and SC with a 2-point lead.
Introducing the Wendy's Krabby Patty Collab Burger. It has fresh, never frozen beef that's, wait for it, square. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
And I'm ready for the Krabby Patty.
And this Oregon program has been to back-to-back Elite Eights, ranked number 11 in the nation, and putting on a show so far in this one. Owabete with a hammer.
And again, a chance there for the Trojans, but over Doug, and gives Oregon a chance to put that one away on one. Owabete coming up strong.
Matt Ulmer saying the 3 transfers have been great, haven't played at this really high elite level, but they have figured out how to handle the pressure, and Owabete is one of them. And the ace from one of the serving specialists, Maya de los Reyes.
And she has really done a nice job serving, consistently puts it in good spots on her serve. I mean, that ball went in the hands and out. That was impressive. I think she was clearing this one over before the ball kind of hit her forearm. She is getting up high.
Getting off the ground quickly, and you heard it smack. Good work by our audio crew here. As Michelle Owabete, very good against Penn State, not flustered at all by the moment, according to her coach. And another Oregon point, an ace. It's a 4-0 scoring run by the Oregon Ducks.
And this is exactly what Coach said. We need tough people to go in there and bring it, and that's what she's been doing with this serving opportunity.
SC's block is there, but Oregon able to track it down, and now the free ball. Livings. And a net violation against Oregon. SC has been right there.
They have been.
The first 2 sets, and just got to be clutch up, yeah.
Even leading, and then Oregon just kind of quietly comes back. It's a couple points in a row, and SC's got to fight back. You can see.
Time for our State of Success, brought to you by State Farm. And Jaden Livings getting better and better as this match has gone on. Tough place to play on the road against the 11th ranked team in America, but she's heating up.
She is. She's gotten better, as you mentioned, and they need her right now. She can really hit it hard in the angle line, as we saw.
Oregon block has been tough to work around.
And it looked like I did a touch to you. At least I signaled that. You could see a touch here. And Faumuina going up hard on that first one. Gets another opportunity. Recycled the ball in the block. Hits those high hands.
Hits the high hands for the SC point. 2 11-win teams going at it. Both teams 3-1 in Big Ten play. Big swing from Owabete, and it's another kill for the high-flying senior.
Look at that save by Klein. Tough one when that's going a little bit tight to the net. Not to go in the net yourself, but good body control.
Sending it out for a hittable ball. And another big block by Oregon, tracked down on the hustle play, but the free ball to the Ducks. Out of the back. Wow. Owabete has been on fire. She's put together some great swings here in set 3. A timeout. Oregon continues their offensive onslaught. It's been spread around, and Owabete has the hot hand.
Introducing the Wendy's Krabby Patty Collab Burger. It has fresh, never frozen beef that's, wait for it, square. Are you ready? I'm ready. And I'm ready for the Krabby
Drive from Oregon up to Seattle, but it'll be the Huskies taking on the Bruins. And out of the timeout, Oregon continues to roll. It's been an 8-2 Oregon run. Since the previous timeout, they trailed 13-11, but have caught fire.
And that block is giving a lot of trouble right now. And when they're going on these runs, a big part of it is the Oregon block gets some momentum.
7 total blocks in this match for the Ducks. Make it 8. Colby Neal pushing over.
And that's a tough one. You know, that ball coming from behind for Batenhorst, but got to keep that arm high, try to get it deep in the court, and again, to give the USC block defense a chance.
Colby Neal, one of the captains for the Ducks. That serve, touching the tape. Batenhorst just pushing that one over. Collier with a big swing and terminates again. I mean, she has just been fantastic, hitting .412.
And you can see on that rip by Collier, Ford, the middle blocker for SC, just a little bit off. They're just one step behind right now, USC, on their digs, on their movement on the net, and Oregon's tempo is giving them a lot of trouble.
Well, the best player on the floor today for either team has been Mimi Collier. He was all Pac-12 a year ago. So no surprise, she's got a dynamic arm swing that has been on display in this game. 16 kills, but the efficiency has been what has been the most impressive part to me. Just 1 error.
I mean, very impressive when you're going against the top blocking team in the Big Ten. But right now, leading it here, look at that, 16 kills and .429 hitting percentage. I mean,
if you want to talk about a player elevating their team, you hit .429, the rest of your team batting under 160. I'd say you are right now the leading candidate for player of the game.
Career highs, so she's always bringing that game against the Trojans. And right now, her game all around, staying on the court for 6 rotations, has been huge for Oregon. lethal from the back row as well. I mean, we've seen her hit from the middle, the other areas in the back, the D.
We were talking to Matt Ulmer, her coach, and he said that out of the back, she's a huge weapon. She hits the snot out of it. that was a direct quote from coach.
And that is a back row attack for USC. If you're in the back row there, you cannot break the plane of the net, so that pass has got to stay off the tape.
And Oregon now with a 7-point advantage on their home floor, looking to close out a sweep of the 16th ranked Trojans. They have just had USC's number. Collier, big swing, dug up and kept alive. Colby Neal having to adjust. And it is USC with the point. Ford causing problems on that play.
Yeah, good movement from her and lineup on Colby Neal. She's able to press that one over. Right now, Ford's offensive game a little slow, so focusing on the defense and how can she get that momentum.
Klein sets it back to the lefty Glover, and a nice dig. And a diving attempt there from Owabete. But the defense of SC made that play happen. Gosnell stretching out and getting it off her platform to keep it alive.
And that's what SC here. This is a good transition, nice dig off the net. Tuaninga able to set the middles, and right now SC, they've got Batenhorst out there and she's going with 11 kills. Jaden Livings with 10, but getting those middles involved a little bit more.
Well, you don't want to make a habit of this, but SC dropping down in their match against Michigan last week, 15-12. But they have much work to do. Oregon is just 3 points away from closing out a sweep. So they've got much work to do, and coming up next, it'll be the 24th ranked Washington Huskies. Leslie Gabriel, former Leslie Tuiasosopo, the standout athlete.
Leah Ford there, you can see taking a moment, but Coach Keller said, look, she applies good service pressure, so this is a good option here to have at the line. Oregon calling a timeout because they don't want SC to go on a run, as we know they can as well.
Leah Ford, when you walk into the gym, she just stands out, 6'4", wingspan, and just back to serve for SC. Collier again, unstoppable for the Ducks tonight.
Yeah, she is really attacking every part of the court and the hands of the SC block.
Collier, the junior out of Lincoln, California. She's been a showstopper here for this crowd out on a Wednesday evening. It's a big week for Oregon. We got the Ohio State Buckeyes in town on the gridiron coming up on Saturday, and College Game Day will be here. Ducks wanted to get this week started off with a volleyball win, and they are on their way. Match point number 1 for the Ducks, looking for the sweep. McClellan with the serve. And a touch. The Ducks started to celebrate, and a touch. So SC still alive. Match point number 2. McClellan with the up on the slide, on the block, and that will do it. The Oregon Ducks in a dominating performance, just going on runs that SC could not match in this top 20 showdown, and the Ducks with a sweep over the 16th ranked Trojans.